Hi guys, this is Matthew Tait from Fork in the Road, your channel for transformation. The whole point of this channel is to share different ways that you can transform your life into a better place. And very soon I'm doing an online event which is all about handling those negative triggers. You know the negative triggers I'm talking about. It might be a bad habit like nail biting, or it might be a person in your life who just fires off this negative state inside of you, or it could be some situation where you just find yourself in this moment of dread. Well, we can start to build up some better internal resources in here to lift ourselves up and to fire off better feelings in the body, which means we show up differently. Sounds good, doesn't it? The tool that I'll be taking people through in this next workshop is all about the swish pattern. Now, the swish pattern, the basic swish pattern, is all about taking and building a positive picture to attach to an old negative picture. And the whole point of it is to swish over the top of the bad picture with the good picture. And that's the system which we'll go through. Now, by itself, it's powerful for things like nail biting or for other little negative habits that we've got, where maybe your hand comes up to the mouth and you swish off a more positive image of yourself. But the real power here is where you create an image, the positive image we will develop. And that positive image can be generalized across many elements of your life. And so this one swish pattern which we will develop, we can actually develop a generalization about who you are that starts to affect many other areas. So this one swish pattern you might do for, say, biting your nails could also be the same swish pattern where you swish a positive image over the top of the old one. And this positive image could actually be for example, getting up on stage, where you're about to step up on stage and negative images are coming to your mind and you can fire off and attach the positive image to whatever that negative anchor was. It's very powerful. And with other change work in around it, like reframing, and people do other things like, hypnosis, and there's all sorts of things that you can do to really boost up the swish pattern and get even more positive responses from you in your life. But the real deep power comes when you start to change who you think you are using a thing like a swish pattern, because you create this positive image and your unconscious doesn't know it's not real, because if you feel it in the body, your unconscious thinks it's happening. Your conscious knows, well, that's rubbish, it's not happening, but your unconscious is this secondary, more powerful driving force that makes you do all those weird things that you do that you don't understand. It's super powerful, and that's why I've had real success with my clients. I've had real success with myself, and so I want to share this with the world because it's powerful just to handle yourself both in the short term and building a whole new identity, one quality at a time. And the theory that leans on is from Steve Andreaus, who wrote a book called Transforming Yourself. And in that book, he talks very much about changing your identity one quality at a time. And this is where the swish pattern starts to get involved. It's actually really powerful, but it requires some other bits bolted on. But that's when you're doing one-on-one coaching with someone like myself or another practitioner in NLP or change work type person who can help you. So it's powerful, it's exciting. I love helping people build better images in their mind by using the power of how they structure the storage of their memories. We've all got great feelings inside of us from old events, but we delete them, we distort them, and we generalize them and kind of push them off to the side. Well, my job is to bring them back front and center and let's focus on them. Which brings forward another concept called the Emotional Triad. That's effectively what we're doing here. We're using the Emotional Triad of 3 elements. 3 elements is focus. When I do a swish pattern with someone, I'm getting you just to focus on good things. Plain and simple. The second thing is we look at the language. Now, as you focus on better things, the language improves. It's not, kind of, maybe, sorta. No, it's, hey, this is happening. I'm doing it now. It's more intentional. So the language changes. And then the third thing in the emotional triad is physiology. All of a sudden, you're standing a bit taller, your chin's a bit higher, and your emotional space opens up, and you start to take up more space in the world. Changing your identity. The emotional triad is at the center of all of this, and I might even do an entirely different workshop just on the emotional triad and how we can, like a puppeteer, we can play with our own system to lift ourselves out of a funk, like COVID gave us, like shutdowns and lockdowns gave us, and lift ourselves up. And that's what I'm doing. The previous event was the energy booster using anchoring and the circle of awesomeness. This event, which I'm doing on the 2nd of June online, it's all about managing those negative triggers using that swish pattern. And who knows, maybe I'll do another event on lifting ourselves out of a funk for things like the emotional triad, those three elements of focus, words, and physiology. How you can lift your emotions up straight away. I love this stuff because we get to control our mind-body connection. So I'm excited, I'm really fired up. I'm looking forward to helping you all fire off positive triggers on the 2nd of June. Links will be in the description of this video below. Today is the 5th of May, so it's like in a week and a bit. And really excited to share this content with you all. My name's Matt Tait. Come along and check out these events, or even just watch the videos afterwards. I'll be sharing content on this channel so everybody gets a taster on what is possible with your mind and your body. See you next time. Matt Tait, Fork in the Road.